Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting music going. We're live now. Hello, everyone.
Oh, I can't ever hear it.
Is that why, like, you're the one that generally talks over my intros because you don't realize that I'm starting them because your music doesn't work? That's
That would make so much sense.
that does make sense. Wow, we've cracked it. Okay. So
Hello,
basically, what I'm saying
apologies.
is comms. Comms. Welcome to Destination Divergence. Yay, we did it. You guys are all now level 11. We have swapped over to Foundry-based character sheets rather than D&D Beyond-based character sheets to account for more homebrew, yay, and also to be more tightly integrated with the virtual tabletop we are using.
Tight.
So if there's any issues with that, let me know. We'll fix them. It's all work in progress stuff. I hand wrote in a bunch of this, so there's, likely to be human error in there somewhere. Already discovered an issue with Artificer Infusions, which I'll fix later. But I'll get to it. Anyways, you guys just left Valiost, having overthrown the Tower of Judgment and causing a great big storm outside thanks to Damien. You literally blew the top off it, and thankfully it didn't seem like any of the crowd below was harmed in this process. You are now flying off out of the storm on your airship, which you recently commandeered. The stage is yours.
Oh, you guys all made it.
Well, that was remarkably close.
He's just staring, just like beaming over the edge back at the city. It's a glint in her eyes that I've never seen before.
Carrick is gonna motion towards the tower crew who did the fight at the top of the tower and say, "So, did you run into any trouble? How'd it go?"
No trouble. Just one dwarf. He was easy.
Well, a T-Rex's head did pop through a portal that I very thankfully closed off. Otherwise, there might have been some trouble.
Yeah, that sounds like one hell of a portal.
I did tremble a little. But no, we did it. We did
Wow,
it.
that went way better than I thought it would.
Unfortunate. Had the T-Rex been summoned.
It would have been more fun.
Eli, did you all get out from the ground safely?
Eli, while you guys were talking, was just like watching the destruction down below as we were flying off. And as you talk to him, he kind of breaks his focus and he's like, oh yeah, everything was fine. A couple guards died, but that's about it. This is so cool. Look at that.
Do I should I roll to notice in character if I feel like Eli's acting a little bit off?
You certainly could. That would be insight. And then Eli, I guess your target is a 22 here.
Yeah. Nope. Oblivious.
Hold on, let me just.
The 22.
Okay, well, 22.
Yes, the 22. I just wanted to see if it was higher.
Eli is just characteristically pretty hard to read, just in most situations.
Yeah, I shrug then. I am going to so just back in character. This feels like the first time we've really done something against them. The flame, really,
Successfully, at least.
Well, there was that couple of times when we nearly assassinated a high-ranking member, but...
Nah, we fended her off. That wasn't... We just did something. That counts. I feel... Oh no, I feel different now.
Righteous?
It's good, and I'm gonna actually, with my shape-shifting, just change my whole business and hair to look like this reference photo. So just a new era, new Faye.
What reference photo? Where?
Oh, just my icon.
New token.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, lol.
different,
Okay.
From what it was before. Yeah.
See, I thought you meant Jordan's post in D&D.
Yeah, that's the thing with the
It
giant.
would also be badass.
Whoa, you
I'm
grew
an
a giant bow.
I was gonna say I changed my shape to
Magic shit's getting
contain
bold.
a handheld arbalest.
Faye becomes like 3 feet tall as half of her body mass becomes the bow.
It all just flows out to her hand.
Dude,
I really
let's
gained
Cronenberg
weight
it up.
in my arms.
This is my flesh bow.
Oh lord.
I'll go there if I need to. But yeah, I'm
I hope this works out for the better.
I don't think I've ever seen you do that before.
Alright, we're off to Stormhome now, yes?
Yes,
I believe so, yes.
ship
Although,
we stole
think so.
from them.
Heck yeah, we did.
of course, with this thing, we can probably go wherever we want. Is there anywhere we want to go before we visit Stormhome?
I thought you guys had like urgent business at the Stormhome.
Yes, but we've just cut weeks of travel time off of the itinerary.
Yeah, but what if we travel somewhere and then the airship gets destroyed or something?
This is a valid concern.
I think it would be in our best interest to finally make our way up to Stormhome. I don't know about anyone else.
I don't know, I think we could use some more delays.
I'm a little bit concerned about showing up in Stormhome with a stolen airship that was just deployed to kill us.
Yes, but I don't
There you
believe that ship came from
It probably
Stormhome,
did.
right? No. You think she would have gone back to Stormhome after the
Yeah.
collapse of passage?
I mean, Damien sent the message to Stormhome.
Hmm.
I assume.
True, but she might have been dispatched from someplace closer. I don't know.
DM,
Yes.
from what direction did the ship arrive?
When you originally hijacked it,
Yeah.
it was coming from the north.
Okay, never mind.
Well,
They're bamboozling us. They're from Flamekeep.
we could hang around like a little bit away from Stormhome, so we can lay low for a little bit and then ask Damien if he thinks we're in any imminent danger to take this ship around Stormhome.
Damien's been immensely helpful, but I feel like that's a detail he might overlook. Or not have too much of an idea on.
Another option available to us would just be to land somewhere near Stormhome. And
That's what I was thinking.
make our way. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's-
think
that's
that's a good
fine.
idea. We could land like, and he looks at the map, like up near the is the Greywood, that thing. Yeah.
Well, we kind of need to get on the island.
Ah,
Well,
shit. You're right.
I believe in our
There's
ability to
only
get on the island without immediately notifying everyone. We can do it.
Do they have ferries?
From the Greywood to Stormhome?
Or the coast north of the Greywood, rather. But yeah.
There's not a lot of settled civilization up there. It's pretty cold, pretty barren. It's the only reason that Stormhome is settled at all is because of the magic that keeps it warm. So
Okay.
typically ships heading into Stormhome come from much farther south, like Thalios, Dreckenmark, even Flamekeep, or just by ship in general. It's more of a long distance destination than it is. I mean, there's not even any like public road that goes up that far. You'd be off-roading it at a certain point.
So maybe we should do something like that. Or I guess we don't have to go around the Greywood, but we could just like go somewhere over here.
could try landing on the
Yeah,
less populated side of the island, assuming.
yeah,
we're
exactly.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
How big actually is the isle on which Stormhome resides relative to the actual town?
How big? Oh, the island. I mean, there is a significant amount of land mass that is not part of Stormhome itself. Mostly to the northern section of it, the northwestern section of it that is above Stormhome there on the map. That is a mountain range that's part of the island that actually aids in the weather control happening there. The mountain range shelters it from the northern winds coming in with extra cold, making it difficult.
Oh, so why don't we go like up and like this way and park on the back of the mountain range?
Yeah, maybe there's like a little flat area before them, like on the other side of the mountain range, right?
Yeah.
Well, so then we need to pass ourselves off for some reason as travelers from the north.
That won't be too hard. I'm sure
Make it work.
our buddy Eli can help us out there.
You know I got you. Ashley doesn't got you, but you know I got you.
In the same way, Jay's got you, Charlie does not.
What do I say? I don't know. I'm senile. Just let me in. 22.
On that subject,
Can't have a senile old man walking outside.
could we potentially just dock at Stormhome with a Lyrandar dragon-marked person and an extremely persuasive shorter person?
Now that's the thinking I can get behind.
And the stakes are a lot higher.
It seems a bit risky.
Agreed. Especially since I don't know anybody in House Lyrandar.
Also, what if this ship is like a special ship? So then they know right away that
Yeah,
we
maybe
shouldn't be on it.
Exactly. Maybe they have the number of the ship that got stolen, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder why they never came back. Oh, they're all dead."
This is a reasonable concern. Sure, let's go to the mountain range then.
All right.
I acquiesce to the mountains.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ah.
Clemens, having never been in the sky, is very sky sick right now.
Poor Clemens.
Oh no, buddy.
Oh, Clemens,
Clemens,
you'll
if
get used
you,
to it, buddy.
I thought
If
it'd be
you
like
have
the
metal
ocean.
insides. Sorry, go ahead.
No, nothing. I just thought it would be more like the ocean. It isn't.
I'm so sorry.
Well,
I believe I can fly.
Leroy,
Yes.
you suddenly get a headache.
Hmm.
You hear a bit of static in the back of your head. And then it fades, as does the headache.
Ooh.
If you all would excuse me for a minute, I need to be alone for a second.
what? It's not like you have to use the bathroom.
No. No.
Hey,
this
maybe
is-
he needs to change his oil.
I'm very public about that. This is something reminiscent about of when my conversations go wrong.
Oh, like your extra planar conversations?
Those would be the ones.
All right. If you need anything, just give us a holler. All right.
Sure, I will cast Shatter.
Hey, that
you're
works
running.
for everyone.
Maybe not, since we're like a couple thousand feet above the ground.
Nah, it's okay. You can just cast in the air. It'll be
Okay.
okay.
I would like to cast a very loud noise, please.
Can I cast Alarm, but it goes off immediately? So I will duck below decks and see if I can get in touch with with Leon, potentially by using contact extraplanar being. I mean, contact other plane.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that in save of whatever DC it's supposed to be. I forget.
15, I think.
15. It is indeed.
Int save. I love inting saves. I forgot to guide myself. I'm a very stupid warlock.
Guidance
I
doesn't work
couldn't
on
flash
saves
and genius that
anyways.
because he's downstairs.
Correct.
Yep. So Leroy just walks downstairs and then just passes out. You guys just hear a thunk. I mean, he doesn't really pass out because he's incapable of passing out as a Warforged, but he just falls to the floor and you guys just hear a thunk. It's not quite a shatter, but you definitely heard a thunk.
Did we check on him?
I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure.
But we heard a noise. What if that was his shatter? Maybe he's not good at the shatter.
I haven't seen him shatter yet. Faye has first-person experience with shatter.
I have also felt chatter.
Yeah.
The shatter
A
was
lot of the parties
Great.
felt shatter.
How many members of the party have felt shatter?
I think I've
I-
casted shatter, so.
At
Five of
least
us?
3 of us at once.
Yeah. God damn it.
Anyways, I
Leroy.
go check on little Leroy.
Okay, so
Yeah, what do I see?
yeah, you head downstairs and Leroy is face first on the floor, just kind of like vibrating. He is definitely having a seizure.
Oh, geez. Cure wounds.
Ah, he did it again, didn't he?
So he is fine. He's just lost his sanity for the next
Shit.
until a long rest is over. Yes.
All right, let's get him in a corner. Get him a blankie.
All right, I'm not the strongest, and I start like pulling on his arm, and like nothing happens.
Drost.
Another bad trip.
Drost. You sound
Drost!
very weak. at
Drost,
this
we're
rate
weak over
now.
here.
Alright,
I'm
alright.
weaker than the beginning of the campaign.
The 2 weakest people went to go check
Alright.
on the robot.
Yeah, Leroy is like upsettingly dense. He's mostly brass.
I have
Upsettingly
minus
dense
1
is how I live my
strength.
life.
I think the stat for a petrified creature is 10 times its base weight, so I like to think that Leroy is just
Oh,
like
Lord.
just ridiculously dense. Yes, 'cause he's made of metal,
Yeah,
not stone.
Right. It's metal and like some wood, but it's mostly metal.
Yes.
Joust will pop downstairs, and then he'll just kind of squat over Leroy and kettlebell pick him up using his arms and just start dragging him across the deck.
All right.
I'm sure there's a
Oh.
nice scraping sound across the wood.
Yeah, you one of his feet definitely leaves a nice scratch mark along the floor.
Forgot to take my psychic damage,
Holy
Oh
shit.
no.
which I do have resistance to. What's
Okay.
dealing that to me, by the way?
It just an immense amount of static rushes through your brain, erasing every other thought until that's basically your next until the long rest finishes. It's just endless, incomprehensible knowledge, information that does not
Gotcha.
compute, just being forced through your brain.
Don't you hate when bad data?
Bad data, yes. All right. Well, your warlock is down for the count at 12:35 p.m.
Fuck him.
For like 8 hours, right?
Until he completes a long rest.
Oh no.
You just said
So-
PM, didn't
Well,
you?
looks like we're just gonna be traveling for today.
Yeah, if he just starts resting now, he'll be good by nighttime.
This is technically correct.
Not wrong.
All right, Leroy, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Leroy does not understand what you are saying.
Does this happen to him often?
Relatively.
Unfortunately.
Oh dear.
Every other night.
Oh, why do you put up with this?
Oh, because he gets
Fucking-
answers from some like. What does he get answers from, guys?
I don't even think he was really sure.
He asks
Sounds
about
like an
your
incredibly
dog,
terrible
Eli. This
idea.
is clearly a good use of his time.
Well, he's trying to tell us if Juno is a good girl.
Juno's the goodest of good girls. Isn't that right, Juno? Woof.
Well,
Somehow
to be fair,
bubbling out of the nonsense just comes a little.
Sounds about right.
to give him the benefit of the doubt, Leroy is quite competent when he's saying.
I love that sentence.
Quite competent when he say
That's going in the quote book.
God bless. Go team.
Man, he's out of his mind like 30% of the time, but when it works, wow.
wow, that brain.
Wow, he's competent.
Imagine peaking at competent.
Surprisingly competent.
There we go. Immortalized in the quote book.
Beautiful.
Which includes such other great hits as "There is no verbal component on my hammer." Can I get a venti whiskey on the rocks, please? And burnt Goliath is my favorite scent.
I was gonna say, the quote book. I need it.
To revive that.
I love it.
What a book.
All right. Anyways, you've got a warlock down for the count. The rest of the party is doing pretty all right though, and you've got quite a few hours left of sunlight today.
Yeah. So.
Do I hear downtime activities? Sorry.
Right.
I'm salivating for the downtime.
Maybe the elementals can tell me how long it'll take. Ooh, do they know locations like that? I have no clue. This will be interesting.
You could ask.
You can certainly try.
He's gonna go over to the steering wheel and he'll start conversing with the elementals.
Oh, he's back.
Hey guys.
Hello.
I was wondering, would you know what I was talking about if I asked you to take me to the northwest side of the island that Stormhome is on?
We know northwest. We know not Stormhome.
Fair. Put it this way. Could you take us to the northern tip of this landmass that we're on currently? And then there should be an island. On the northeastern part of that island, could you take us to that shore?
I thought you were the pilot. Calm down, he's new at this.
No. It's totally fine. I understand. Then go north, and we'll go from there.
Can do. And one of the rings, like before, lights up before the others, and the boat kind of lurches a bit, but then straightens itself out as the other elementals catch up to it.
Another question.
Yes.
Do you know how fast you can go in a day, or what speed we're going at currently?
We can reach up to 30 miles per hour.
Okay.
Not bad.
A lot less than I was expecting.
Whoa.
Solid.
My bad. I thought I had it somewhere.
So if we go here to there, roughly 10 hours to travel to get to that side. I mean, if you're gonna go on like a long route, like around this way, yeah, 37, or yeah, it'll be 10, like 12 hours to travel, a little over.
Well, I could drive late into the night, or we could split it into a couple days and maybe rest the ship above the Greywood or something.
Just as a note, if you try to push us for longer than 8 hours a day, it will be quite taxing on you personally.
They have unions, you see.
Thanks for the heads up.
Of course.
Is it taxing on you? Do you guys ever have like a sleep mode or like?
It's always taxing on us. Yes, we are eternally trapped in this vessel.
Oh.
Ah, understood.
Oh.
Any
How
way I can make
upsetting.
that easier for you?
The rear ring of fire brightens up a bit and says, "You could release us."
Yeah, I could. Have a good day.
Oh, yes, I could.
Oh man, that's awkward.
This is the opposite of Aladdin, like the opposite storyline.
And
I
that one's in the
cannot
quote
set you
book as
free.
well. Yes, I could release
Absolutely
you, but
incredible.
have a nice day.
Rip.
All right, so the
Well-
boat is heading north now.
Yeah, so I guess Carrick will try and keep an eye on our locations and try and navigate them for 8 hours.
Okay. Can you make me a intelligence and proficiency check as sort of a piloting check here?
Sure thing. I'll just roll Arcana.
That works. All right, very good. You have, there's a heavy fog over Thaliost still, but the rest of the weather today is fairly clear. You can see the ground around you pretty clearly. You can see various landmarks. It's not too difficult to navigate, and you think you're getting the hang of piloting this thing. So it's not a struggle at all for you to try and follow this path you've set out. All right, so Carrick will be occupied with piloting the vessel for now. And are you just going for 8 hours then, or are you going to try to push farther?
We could just split it into 2 days. I'll go for 8 hours and then I'll take a rest because there's some stuff I wanted to do tonight before I went to bed.
Okay. So in 8 hours, you could go 240 miles.
Holy shit.
Which would put you right about there.
Yo,
That was
holy
like
God.
a pandemic of distance. Half a pandemic.
That is amazing.
And yeah, this thing is moving quite fast. It's difficult to see since you're so high up in the air. The perspective makes the ground moving below you seem very, very small. But you can feel the boat really come to life and accelerate quickly, and it eventually evens out at the nice 30 miles per hour. But you're all surprised by just how fast it picks up the speed once it gets going. All right.
Wow, this is wonderful travel.
So the rest of you can take a day of downtime. Of course, Leroy is long resting at the moment.
is that what we call it?
It's certainly something that it could be called. Yes. The rest of you get a day of downtime. You don't have any of the special equipment you had on the party bus. Things like a built-in heat source for forge, things like that. So you can do research activities, but that's about all you'll be able to accomplish for now while you're on this.
That's all I
Airship.
need.
Anyone want to see some card tricks?
I would love to see some card tricks.
Fantastic. Pick a card, any card.
I'll pick this one. Do I
All right,
win?
and I'm just gonna. No, I'm memorize your card,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna put it back in the deck without looking, and then I'm gonna. Oh, biscuits! I dropped the whole deck of cards. Now,
Oh dear, that's a lot of cards.
yeah. Oh God, the wind's taking them away.
Did I win now?
Eli's like running down the ship to catch cards, and he's like, "Yeah, you won."
Okay. I'm very confused as to how this trick works.
Poor Eli.
I'm defeated magic.
Next time Clemens plays this game, she's just yeeting the deck across the sun.
What do we have for living quarters situation on this vessel?
Well, there are various rooms that are pretty much unclaimed at the moment.
Mhm.
Here, why don't
Why that?
Matt.
I wonder. So here is slightly tuned up version of the map we had before. There's no ground beneath you now because you're in the sky. But slight difference now. You can see yeah, if you click that thing above, if you can't see it, hold on. Does everyone see an anchor above the tokens?
Yes.
Yep.
I
Okay.
do.
If you click that, it'll change the level you're currently viewing. A little more intuitive than moving around staircases.
Okay.
And then on the main deck, you're just viewing above the deck or inside the rooms. And then when you're inside the rooms, there are staircases. If you stand on a staircase and press the anchor, you'll go up and down the staircase.
So someone's avatar is lit up when they're on the same level as me?
Correct. If it's a grayed out avatar, they're viewing a different level than you.
Gotcha.
So you're free to
Damn.
explore. There are various rooms here you could claim as your own. We can mark them up if you wish. Write down names on different rooms.
This one's mine.
All right, which one's Leroy's? Okay, that one is Leroy's. The currently in a coma, Leroy claims that one.
Yep.
Maybe that's the room you passed out in.
This is where he went. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
I want to bunk with
First nice
someone.
little
Who will
room.
bunk with me? Hey, Dross.
Yeah.
Do you have a room?
Not yet.
No, what?
How do I get downstairs?
No, what? No, no! I want
Alright,
to,
Ross,
I
would you
want
go-
to just... Eli. Create.
Wait, actually though, how do I get to the bottom floor?
You have to stand on the stairs and click the anchor.
No way.
Put like the anchor by the stairs.
Oh,
Not
hell.
just any anchor.
Clemens
I
is
gotta
happy
do
because
it.
her room has a window.
Oh my god, this is so... That's actually pretty cool. Alright.
Y'all single motherfuckers taking huge ass rooms. This is rude.
Ah!
I am
Uh,
sure I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think this little 2x1 room here is where Faye is gonna
Faye,
bunk
you
with
wanna
somebody.
Hey!
yeah. Yeah.
Leftovers.
I closed the door. Faye!
Yes.
Hello there. Come bunk with me. And
Oh.
Juno. You have to be good with Juno too. Hold on, let me change
I will
the
do it.
title of this. How do I edit this? How do I?
Is this room in the middle gonna be
Settings.
the den? Are we gonna set up a ping
I
pong table?
trust.
Oh boy.
Update. All right, Eli and Faye and Juno.
This is perfect. Okay. I accept this arrangement.
Eli and Faye and Juno. Perfect. Clemens' hidey hole. Lovely.
We got a bunch of windows too, Faye. It's
Oh,
amazing.
you guys have a walk-in closet. Look at that.
This is actually choice. Well done.
Either you guys have a walk-in closet or somebody has to use your room as a hallway to get to their room. Up to you.
Nah, it's a walk-in closet.
Yeah.
That's Juno's room. Juno, whenever she
Ah,
wants to
there
be
you go.
alone, she goes in there.
I guess dogs love dark enclosed spaces with no windows.
Hey, listen.
Famously.
Charlie loves being wrapped up in a blanket, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's different, but yeah,
That's accurate.
That's fair.
No, the other Charlie.
Oh, I'm leaning into the joke.
Wait, which Charlie's the other Charlie? I'm still confused.
No,
Yes.
Charlie's the other Charlie. My Charlie's the Charlie.
No, Charlie's Charlie.
Drost, why do you have
Drost.
3 doors? That's
Wait.
entirely too many doors.
Wait, Drost's cabin is just an outside deck. Is that okay with Drost?
Oh, wait, is that
Yeah.
deck?
Yeah.
That's not obvious to me.
Okay, the darkened rooms are indoors. The lighter wood is like outdoors.
Son of a bitch.
I gotta go
So
check my
crash
room.
will
Make
die
sure
then.
it's not
That's good.
outside.
It's good.
You're on the bottom floor. There's no way you're outside, Leroy.
You're right. You're right. I have an excellent warlocky lair.
I will
I'm gonna
note.
make this place so pimpin'.
I will note as well that Eli and Faye and Juno's room is the tallest of the rooms too. It's got the highest ceiling. Very nice. That is essentially
we got like the
yeah.
captain's room.
You literally got the captain's quarters. Yes.
Fucking
Incredible.
Nice.
And look, Faye, the loo's just outside our door.
Hell yeah.
I assume that hole is a loo.
Is there like a like
If you can
a
shit in it, it's a loo.
here goes
Oh yeah. On the very bottom floor, there's 2 more sets of staircases going
Oh, it can also
down.
be a mast. It's probably not the loo. It's probably a mast. I'm so fucking stupid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
probably.
the mast. Yeah.
God damn.
Those
Which
line
to a
up with the
dog
different
might as well
floors.
be the loo.
The 2 sets of staircases on the bottom floor, I don't have teleports because I don't have a map to, but that's essentially just your cargo hold down there.
Okay.
We'll assume if you're putting stuff down there or taking it out, that, those are the staircases through which you do that.
I see Dross is down in the basement. Leroy's also down in the basement.
Yeah, wait, Leroy. Aren't you a warforged? You don't sleep / you sleep standing up.
Yeah, make Leroy stand outside.
Why do you have this massive fucking room?
So that's where he passed out.
Because I claimed it before you.
Alright, he's passed out.
Not anymore.
Joss is gonna grab Leroy by the
Stand in the
arms
closet.
Not anymore, motherfucker.
At a
I don't
certain
know.
point,
Damn.
Leroy will be
Damn,
awake.
is he still passed out?
No.
We'll say you guys have been choosing your rooms after he has taken a long rest, after your downtime has been finished.
Well, that's bullshit.
No one thought about sleeping before Leroy woke up.
He got the room by the ancient law of first dibs.
Yep.
Would anyone be opposed to using one of the big rooms for a workshop?
The room downstairs.
This
I
would be
would-
my workshop.
Pretty cool. Like the
I
big
would
center area.
I can't hear you. I have my AirPods on.
I'd be up for
What would
Leroy's
Leroy's
room to
room?
use as a workshop. Mostly just so he can't have it.
I would be
feel
willing
like
to turn my
virtue of
room
being
into a
wolf-
workshop for myself.
Alright, well I guess that's it. It's the group's workshop.
I just need plenty of space for all of my arcane bullshit.
Can't you reverse gravity or something and work on
God.
the ceiling?
That didn't work like I thought it would. It just
Oh,
squished
no.
the text.
Oh no.
What makes you think that I can reverse gravity?
I don't know. I knew a warforged who could do that once.
Jordan,
There we go.
There we go.
To my
Yes.
knowledge, that counts.
is there an
Have you ever
area
tried?
on the top deck that's like
No.
kind of sheltered, like has like a little covering, like from if there was rain or something?
Yes. So on the top deck, you're currently on. So the place you're currently standing is above this area here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. I need to refresh this page. Whoops. Yeah. So this area here is lower than where you currently are. However, the area you're currently standing on, if you move down a floor, you'll notice that that is empty. So like these set of squares here are like an alcove, and the same as on this side. So like there's an area underneath each of these like railings here. This
Right
area up
under
here
the-
is the highest. So you go to like highest, lowest, high, low, lowest, and then up again here, and then medium again.
I see. I think
Guys?
if there's enough room to stand under where he is right now, he will set up a little alcove, or he'll set up a little hammock right under where he is, and that'll be his spot.
Okay, that is in front of 3 doors.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
if
can you put
you
it on this side over here?
that is not an alcove,
Oh,
unfortunately.
but you said under here was the highest.
So this is the highest point here, but this underneath this railing is just a wall.
Oh, I see. What you
But
mean.
these railings here have space underneath them, as do these here. But
Gotcha.
underneath those are the doors to reach lower decks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I guess I was looking for a spot to put up a hammock up here.
If you if I move you down here, like this, you see like it just got wider down here.
Yeah.
Those are the like little alcoves there. So that's how that works.
Oh, okay. I see. Understood. In that case, is this little area covered from the rain even though it's outside?
It is not covered from the rain. But, I mean, you'd probably be above the clouds most of the time.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, he'll set up a hammock here.
Alrighty. So, there would be... sort of the walls there would be higher than the floor around that deck as the front of the ship curves up. So you would there would be space to put a hammock there. Yeah, that would work.
Oh wait, is anyone claiming this back room?
No,
don't think anyone has.
I just toggled the visibility on it, or the text.
Oh,
And
that's
I
one
don't know
over
how to
here.
untoggle it.
What?
Oh, this back room? Okay.
What do you mean? I can still see the Milos and Neko text.
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
hit the toggle button,
We
so I
can, yeah.
can't see it.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
but
go.
Dross, you can have this whole
Got you.
suite here, like both these rooms and this other room. You can have so many places to sleep.
Honestly, fuck the tiny room. Joss will probably just bunk in this mid room between Milos and
That's a hallway.
You gotta
Yeah,
go through
yeah.
Dross' room to get to Milos' room.
yeah, pretty much. I need space.
Milos lives in
My
Dross'
appreciates
closet.
the protection.
I'm literally 10 feet tall. I need space.
In that case, just like camp out over in the middle area right here.
I mean, as far as
Also an option.
this room here and this room here, well, I guess not this room, but
Hey
Like-
guys,
yes.
how do we get down to that floor?
Come through the doors,
So
come inside here, and
Go to these
then
stairs.
there are staircases to go down. Just click on the thing and it'll send you to a
Oh.
lower floor.
thank you.
Sure.
Hello.
And that is the lowest floor you can reach through this map. Yeah.
Nakar just takes this broom closet, meditates in here, and that's it.
Okay. Gonna,
It's like Bender. He just lives in a club.
Oh, black approach. I got jelly bean for black for
Here.
jelly bean. Right? Jelly beans? Like
It'd be nice to be able to have
yeah.
living quarters here. We've been living in such cramped environments for
The thing is,
months.
that's so funny.
I'm sorry, what? I missed the first thing you said.
Oh,
Oh, I said it's nice that we have our own living quarters.
Oh. Yeah.
This is choice.
there you go.
I'm going.
The car.
Nekarath.
What? I'm
no
sorry.
more bear.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
I thought I could like rotate the text somehow. Doesn't seem possible.
Hey, Trust, so are you actually claiming my hallway? Because like,
Yeah.
you can totally have the hallway. Great.
Yeah, I'm claiming the hallway.
Milos and Neko both appreciate the protection.
I can rotate it. Boom.
Unlimited power.
There we go.
Unlimited.
Alright. So everyone claimed a room?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So Karik is gonna put his on the main deck, right? So we'll just put a Karik.
Oh, interesting. I can get out of bounds.
Okay.
I'm going to remove all the shadows from outside this ship.
Yes, if
How
you can get
do
through a
you
window,
know-
you can get out of bounds. technically you guys can fly when you're within proximity of the ship, as long as you're wearing that harness. So
This
you
is
could,
happening
in canon,
canonically.
you can fly around the ship. Yes.
Most people can fly around the ship if you put them in a cannon.
Speaking of equipment, we got 2 axes and a set of plate from the paladin, right?
Yes.
Anybody can use that magic plate mail?
Oh yes, I will. I'll definitely take that. I can move excellently in that.
Anybody use that there plate?
You get a
I
little
mean, I
plate.
can.
That's fair.
That was a weird.
Might actually make me easier to hit somehow.
Lamau. What can I write down for that?
It is mithril plate.
It is mithril plate, and it adjusts to my size because it's magic.
It is magic.
It is.
Let me see. I mean, it is made of mithril, which is, magic. Okay, I don't have mithril plate as an object I can drop on you, but I can just drop regular plate on you. There you go. And then you can change it to
Nothing
mithril.
wrong with that.
It is very silver flamey, but it is mithril plate.
Well, I'll just get to work, customizing and
Sure.
get rid of all the silver flame symbology.
It's
Appreciated.
It's a really nice bulletproof vest, but it's covered in swastikas.
That is the vibe.
Wait,
It's what we're working with.
I just had a terrible
Fortunately-
idea.
Clemens feels like this is a bad idea, but she doesn't say anything.
If we make the Drost label really wide, because he's a very large lad. There we go.
What, we're in the armor?
I made your room's label very wide, because Drost is a large lad.
Nice.
Nice.
Ah,
Nice.
Right.
Wide.
Wait, that's not where Drost goes.
Oh,
I am in
right.
fact in
You
the
moved.
hallway.
You moved yourself into the hallway. There we go.
Yeah.
Wide.
You know what? Neko's gonna half live in Drost's hallway because Drost needs a hallway companion.
Let's move Neko down to you. She's gonna come through the world. Woo! Lop.
Good kitty.
Alrighty.
Uh,
So you guys have completed a day of downtime. You've selected rooms and begin setting up. This is now essentially a mobile base you could furnish, so that's cool. Yeah,
God, dream.
until Lorendar, retakes it.
what makes you think they're gonna retake it?
Oh, you know
We're gonna put like a lot of Legos on the floor. It's gonna be real hard for them to so much as.
Perfect defense strategy.
Amazing.
All right. So, some hours have passed. Leroy has now waken up from his unfortunate incident. And
It's
it is
time.
dark out at this point. It is roughly 9 p.m. You've made a lot of progress in travel, but Karak is pretty tired from all that. Despite not requiring a lot of mental input from him, it just seems to have drawn a lot of energy from him to keep command over the vessel for that long.
Whew. All in a day's work. All right.
So.
Carrick will come down. Oh, hey, Leroy.
Hi. What's going on? I thought I might keep watch on the upper deck today.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm gonna head down and do a couple things before I head to bed.
All right. Well, you've done a great job piloting us around.
Yeah, I think we're above that forest there, just south of the storm home.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I can't believe how fast this thing moves.
We'll probably be arriving tomorrow then.
Yeah, we'll definitely arrive on the other side of that mountain range tomorrow afternoon.
Well, suppose we should all get a good rest.
Indeed. And then he'll head downstairs. Hey guys, you all find rooms?
Sure did.
Leroy, as Carrick leaves, you feel another headache coming on, but it, again, passes after a short time. It's more intense this time, though.
Did it feel as though it was like an internal thing or coming from a direction?
Roll me... That is a weird thing to apply to a skill check.
Insight?
Yeah, I would say insight, but like... You can choose charisma instead if you want. So, like, insight charisma.
I mean, yeah, I will roll Shuri's May.
It's like you're trying to tell something about a deep part of your own being and experience rather than using your normal senses.
Sure, it's like an intuition kind of deal.
So charisma, and are you proficient in insight or no?
No.
Okay, so nope, just charisma then. Yep. It's pretty hard to get a read on exactly what's causing this, but you are able to, with that at least, note that it feels somewhat different to what you've normally felt when you've contacted your patron or they've contacted you. This feels stronger. It's never been really accompanied with this strong of a headache, so much as just the information pressuring you. This feels like there's more force behind it.
I'm going to sort of sit down and narrow my attention. I want to try and cast True Seeing here and just like look around me, see if there's any presences that wouldn't normally be around. So, oops.
You have True Sight. You notice secret doors. You can see into the ethereal plane.
Ooh.
Okay.
A certain amount of energy, I'm sure, would transfer through me and sort of glow a little bit brighter blue.
Mm-hmm. So you look around the boat, trying to see if there's anything... The airship, rather. Keep calling it a boat. The skyboat. Trying to see if there's anything amiss, anything that could be causing this, or just anything out of the ordinary. You see the rings of elemental energy glowing quite brightly. You see some wisps of magic here and there, and some just kind of strange vibrations in the air, but you're not sure if that's normal or not, this being the first time you've cast the spell. But they don't seem to be concentrated in any one area or another.
Doesn't seem like there's any polarization, anything around me.
You can definitely see, the work of magic around you, as in this boat is very enchanted. The elemental rings are very enchanted. There's a lot of magical equipment on this place. There's lots of magic runes etched into various parts of the boat. But nothing that seems tied to the experience you just had.
Well, I suppose not seeing any physical things around me, I will guide myself and then attempt to contact another plane while sitting
As
up
a
here.
note, guidance does not work on saving throws. It's ability checks.
Sure. Yeah, love it. Love it.
So if you
This
want
is
something
why
that
I
works
don't-
on saving throws, you might want to seek out some of your teammates.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do this one alone again.
Hi, Leroy. How you doing?
Hi, Eli.
Can I
doing
keep
all right.
watch with you tonight? It's super pretty in the sky today.
It is. Wow, you look so different right now.
Is it cloudy, Jordan? Asking
I
No,
I
it's
look
pretty clear.
different.
Oh.
I like pat down like my clothes. I'm like, I didn't do anything different. What do you mean?
Oh no, I've been exploring new powers.
Ooh,
And-
that's super cool.
Yes, you're surrounded by these little wiggly wisps of magic.
Oh,
It's
am I
remarkable.
touching one? And he like reaches up to try to like poke the air. Am I touching
Easily.
one?
At one point, he did reach through one, which kind of made it disperse a little bit, and then it reformed on the other side of his hand.
Oh, you got one just a moment ago.
Ah, so cool. I didn't feel
Yes.
anything.
And I'll trace one through the air with my finger. Really neat. I thought, this is the second time today something has, something has happened in my head, and I was thinking maybe I'd try again to reach out, but clearly last time it didn't go so well. I don't know.
Thanks for saving throw.
Say what?
Give me 1 second. This is me out of character. Does my inspiration help with
Oh.
this thing?
Yes.
I
Oh,
think it does,
yeah. Well, I can help you out if you want. I can play you a nice little jingle and give you a little bit of extra luck, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, I'm sure that I would be extremely grateful for that. I don't want to bother Carrick because he's just had a long day of whatever he does to drive this ship.
Yeah,
You
I'm
notice
not
he never
really sure
actually
myself.
turns the helm. He just holds it.
Yeah, I haven't even seen him turn the wheel. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's. I don't fully understand, but he said it was something about the elementals. Maybe it's for
All
show.
right.
Hmm, who knows? Anyway,
Anyway,
what?
here's Wonderwall.
Oh wow! What a great tune.
Oh, thank you.
Well, here I go. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I guess I can see. Wait to see for the D8. I will roll a D8.
Chill beats to go insane too.
Or, oh, it's a D10.
Yeah, went
Yes,
up.
it's much better now.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so 18.
So thanks to the chill lo-fi beats to go insane too, you managed to successfully contact other plane.
All right.
Oh.
Does it feel like the normal presence, Leon, that I'm used to finding out here?
Roll me another charisma check if you want to find that out. It's gonna be pretty high DC
Sure.
to intuit if you're talking to a similar being. Yeah, unfortunately, that's
to say.
not part of the spell normally, so hard for you to work out here.
Sure.
But it is the same old familiar staticky feeling you usually get. Whether or not that means it's Leon, or if that's just an element of Leon's magic giving you this power, you're unsure.
Hello. Is Juno the best girl?
Irrelevant.
Damn it!
Just copy and paste that one. Good to see you again then. Who or what keeps doing this to my head with the momentary flashes of pain?
Give me a second on that one. I forget the exact word here.
Irrelevant?
Not irrelevant. That would be, if that was the word I picked after like a minute of considering, that would be a pretty good payoff though.
Pretty funny.
Relevant.
All right. You hear back a word that you don't recognize as, a word you'd normally hear in conversation. And you might be able to make a check to see if you understand what it is. But it's Dolur.
Spell.
DOLURRH.
Huh. What is Dolur?
The word comes back dead.
That's Taylor.
Yeah, I was about to say you're laughing at Taylor.
Yeah. Are we doing the right thing?
Irrelevant.
Oof.
Pretty sure this is Leon, guys.
Well, you can tell it's Leon by how he said irrelevant to the goodest girl. Like,
What was the last question you just asked?
Are we doing the right thing?
Oh.
Warlock patrons be like, good and evil is irrelevant.
Yeah. Well, especially this particular warlock patron.
Cthulhu would think that Juno's a good girl.
Cthulhu wouldn't answer.
I think
Good
Cthulhu's
tasting.
thoughts on is Juno a good girl would be like square root of 3.
Yes.
Oh man, fourth question. I hadn't thought of a fourth question.
Isn't that already 4?
Sorry, fifth question. I get 5.
Yeah.
I always think I get 4 because is Juno the best girl is one of them.
Right, yes. Last question. That is correct.
Thank you for sacrificing one of your questions for Juno.
You're welcome. Let's see. Oh, shit. Thea, not Thea, other woman that we didn't kill.
Katarina?
Zara.
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah.
Okay.
Is Sarah planning to betray us?
Unknown.
Well, you ask a silly question, you get a silly answer.
And you return to your consciousness as the static fades back into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Though when it does, you again feel a sharp headache. For just a moment. This time stronger yet again.
Eli.
Yeah? How you doing there, bud?
Well, not great. Do you know, have you heard ever the word Dolor?
I don't know, DM. Have I heard of the word Dolur?
Oh, either of
I can
you
make
could
the-
make an Arcana check to see if you know this. It's not an incredibly high DC, but
It's
Odds.
small
I'm
brain
actually
time.
confident that
Small
these-
brain time. No, I can't say that I have. No.
Leroy, now that you've asked that question and your senses are returning to you, your mind is returning to you after that, it suddenly comes to you that you have heard of this before. Dolur is one of the planes of existence. Dolur is the realm of the dead.
Oh. Well, now that I ask you out loud, I realize I knew the answer to the question I was asking. That's where the dead go after they're done dying.
Is dying a process?
Well,
Is there a
yes, I mean,
step-by-step process for death?
of course, first you bleed out, and then your heart fails, and then your
Wait,
brain
what
fails.
if
if
you don't
have
bleed
one.
out? What if you die of old age? You don't bleed out when you die of old age.
I guess bleeding out. Yeah, you're right. It's an optional step. First, your heart fails, and then it stops getting the.
What
oil
if
you
your
have.
lungs fail first? Like, what if you're drowning?
Are we
Maybe
drowning
that's-
someone?
All right. Every time.
Where did that come
your heart-
from?
Yeah.
I'm right under here. The window's open.
I just imagined Clemence's head pop out of the
Yeah.
below deck like a little mole.
Clemens's window is
Oh,
literally
right
right here.
here.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're
Okay.
talking
Hey,
about
buddy.
the lure.
Yes.
Oh,
Do you want
okay.
to come talk to us, or
I'm gonna try to
You can
climb out
join
the
the
window and up the
conversation.
side of the ship.
Okay. You are wearing your harness, I believe, unless you took it off.
Yeah, I believe so.
So you can effortlessly do that.
All right.
Let's see. The easiest way to do that would be to do this, and then yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
hi there.
Oh,
Hello.
hi, Clemens. We were talking about how people die.
I see. Were there questions about that? I didn't quite listen that far.
Oh yeah. So he was talking about like what a place, the lure where people go after they're done dying, and I was like, is dying a process? And then we were talking about what's the first step of death,
Oh, and that's where the drowning comes in.
and that's where the drowning comes in because he said first the heart fails, but you know when you're drowning, the lungs fail first, don't they?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, but also like first you were born, and I'm not including that in the dying process.
Yeah, well, you don't start. Oh, do you start dying when you're born? I mean, you grow older, and older is a cause of death.
Were you
think
born,
kind of.
Leroy?
That is an interesting philosophical question.
Can you die if you weren't born?
Well, I can certainly die.
Well, trees
So
can die,
being
and they're
born
not
wasn't
born.
the first process then. Exactly. Yes.
Oh gosh, my brain, guys, kind of exploding here.
Do trees go to Delore? I really don't know about any of that stuff.
Do trees go to
DM, do
Lord?
they?
That'll be another Arcana check.
Boy, howdy, do I still have a +8 in those.
Delore is the realm of mortal souls, and
Are trees immortal?
Nah, trees die. They're not immortal.
I think the real question is if trees have souls.
Oh god.
I think they do, and they're called dryads, and they
Somebody
will
find a
fuck you
druid.
up.
If trees have souls, then the vegans were wrong.
No, they don't eat things that have faces, and only some trees have faces.
Eric, I really thought you were gonna say no. They're dryads and they fuck.
Okay, so Marcelo was on a roll for the quote book tonight.
So what were you talking about regarding Delore? Why did it come up?
Oh, we didn't get to that part.
Okay.
Right, we got sidetracked. But so I've been having these pangs of sort of intense an aching in my head. A headache. Sorry, one's sort of wearing off right now. Well, I just reached out to I presume my patron, and it said that what's causing them is the law. And of course, I'm not entirely certain how, but
Leroy,
this
does
seems
that
worth
mean you're
investigating.
dying?
Oh, I certainly hope not.
It seems like
Can
a very
I-
roundabout way to go about telling someone they're dying, to say you're in pain because of the place that people go when they die.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's calling out to him, like, "Hey, you're supposed to be here an hour ago. Where the fuck are you?"
Were you
Ah,
already
excuse
dead?
my friend.
Were you somebody else, and then you came back as you now?
I don't think so. To my knowledge, I was created for the war a number of years ago, and then I committed a number of acts in aid of whoever was paying me, and sort of completed the war. and then I went exploring around after a certain event precipitated the disbanding of my unit, and well, now we're here with without too much detail in the middle.
How strange.
So who knows? Maybe I was a soul before. I think I have a soul.
What does it mean to have a soul?
Your questions outweigh your stature by magnitudes.
Yeah, well, I get that for a lot of things.
It basically means you're
Is
worth something.
Eli bragging about his dick size?
No, I'm not. What? Leroy, what? Why would anybody want to know how big my pee-pee is?
God. Why?
Oh no. Oh no.
I think a lot of people
So-
care about it. Flesh, you know.
Is Eli literally the opposite of the horny bard? He like actually knows nothing about sex at all? Like is that what's happening here?
Yes.
Eli the Virgin Bard.
Perfect.
Eli's like, "What's a penis?"
What's up, penis?
Eli the sex ed deprived bard. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
My theory is that he had sex ed, but was too terrified of the dinosaurs in the Talenta Plains to pay attention.
He's just sitting there, like, looking out the window, like, oh, fuck, oh my god.
The size of the dick on that dinosaur.
Some
Why are
kid
you
brought their
thinking
baby
about condoms?
dinosaur.
There are raptors outside.
Exactly.
Who cares about these pieces of rubber?
You will. Anyway, no, that was just a side quip. Really, I may have to get back to you on that one about the soul thing.
Oh, all right.
Writes down a note to ask Leon what a soul is. Oh, actually writes it down in the tome that I always have with me and use fairly frequently.
There you go.
Speaking of asking Leon questions, or whoever it is,
So, how do we figure out what Delur wants with you? Or like, why they're bugging you?
But there's always asking, but of course there's some risk associated with that. It seems like it would be hard to send somebody on a journey there and not, and retrieve them afterward.
I think that's where the drowning comes in. You can get someone pretty close to death if you drown them and then bring them back.
Right, but I think that you sort of... Does that work?
I've seen it done many times.
Oh, I mean, I've definitely drowned people like 99 times away.
Leroy!
But what?
What does drowning feel like?
Well, I don't know.
It never looked
Well-
very fun.
But you drown people. Both of y'all drowned people before?
But he brought them
Wait.
back, I just said.
Yeah?
Sometimes it's necessary.
But,
Right,
but
I
why,
mean-
why would you drown someone if you're going to bring them back?
I think Leroy
you
is physically incapable of drowning, just as a side note.
But you need
Yeah,
someone
Leroy
to
has
tell you
no
something.
concept of what drowning feels like.
Sometimes you need someone to tell you something, and all you have around you for miles and miles is the open sea. So you
All
make
right,
do.
so what we do is we find a volunteer to get drowned. They go to the Delur, talk to whoever's in charge, and then we bring them back and ask them what information they got.
I feel like someone probably would have already done so before if that was that easy.
But how many people know about Delur?
I feel like I might have heard someone say something about it at some point. I don't know. I've heard it's a topic of ordinary conversation.
I wonder.
Is it?
I don't know. God told me, I thought, a moment ago. I don't remember. I'm disassociating again.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my.
Well, here's a thought. If Delur is contacting me, can anybody here, instead of this sort of living on the edge of death, can anybody here resurrect a person?
No.
Yeah, I'm afraid I left a bit before that particular class.
That's still beyond my scale, unfortunately.
Well,
I somehow have a feeling in my head that Faye also doesn't know how to resurrect people.
yes, I have a depressing sense that might be true.
You know, she likes her fireballs and all, so probably didn't put any effort into the healing part of, magic class.
Right.
Feel seen.
That's a pain, because of course it'd be fairly easy just to kill me, and then when I'm done investigating that plane, just bring me back. But obviously, that doesn't work.
I feel like that's kind of risky too. I don't want you to go, Leroy.
Well, yes, if there wasn't some reliable way of returning me.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. My dumbass didn't even realize I have this thing, and he reaches like under his shirt and pulls out this like little necklace. He's all like, if I die, I come back. I stabilize, even though, well,
Have you ever tried it out?
I've never had to try it. No.
Then how do you know it works? That sounds like something that I would sell to someone if I didn't like them very much and knew they were stupid enough to give me money for a rock.
Hey, listen. There's some magic to this, right? Right, Leroy? See it with your magic eyes.
Does it look magic? I can also detect magic.
It is magic.
Well,
It's pretty magic, actually. Yeah.
If I wanted to be
Pretty
extra
magic.
funny about it, I'd make it explode too.
Does it seem
Clemens,
like
you're not giving me
magic?
confidence.
Well, no, you should be confident. You should be very cautious.
It's called a perpetrator of wound closure.
It is evocation.
Evocation. Okay. Well,
That sounds like a fireball to me.
evocation is the fireball one, right?
Cure wounds is also
Or is
evocation.
Abjuration. I might be thinking of abjuration.
Evocation is a lot of just I cast spell it do thing, like healing or damage or
Energy go
Yeah.
burr.
energy go burr. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Energy go burr.
Well,
The Unga Bunga spells, if you can call them that.
I can't strictly tell if that would save your life or not, but I don't know why somebody would tell you something like that and make it just explode instead.
Well, I instantly looked at it and I was like, "Ooh, this is shiny. I kind of want to take it." And then the person that was selling it was like, "Oh, this is some magic item," and then I took it.
I see.
Like, you didn't buy it?
No, I bought it. I bought it.
Oh,
Leroy,
okay.
do you happen to know the range of a fireball?
Yes.
Well,
Why
what
do you
is
ask?
it? I just want to stand
It's
that
not-
distance away from Eli.
It's not a fireball.
Most wizards can lob them a little bit more than twice the range of this ship, or the length of this ship.
And,
Yeah,
and if it was centered directly on Eli, how far away would I want to stand to not get
Maybe
singed?
not twice the range of the ship. A little bit further than the length of the ship, and if it was centered on Eli, maybe you want to stay a safe distance away.
That's what I'm asking. What the safe distance away would be?
Oh,
20.
maybe on the other
Radius.
upper deck there.
Leroy cast fireball
Okay.
centered on Eli to show you.
No.
I
This
feel
is
like
how
I get
go.
decent cover up here.
Right.
Can you
but we're
still
not
hear me
actually
okay?
What?
I'm not gonna
Oh.
combust,
I
guys.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think we're killing anybody tonight.
Okay. Just so we're
Purely theoretical right now.
we're on the same page.
Clemens, were you actually just gonna let me die?
What am I going to do about it? If you were going to die, you would do it on your own volition.
I'm not gonna stab myself. What?
I didn't. I thought we were going to drown you.
What? What? No. No, the idea is to potentially drown me.
Oh, but I thought you
Okay,
couldn't
well, that
drown.
wouldn't work.
I've never heard of a warforged being able to drown. I've seen them walk around on the bottom of the ocean floor. Actually, it's quite interesting.
Yes, I've done that with people in lakes. But the idea was that I go, not that he goes.
I see.
Well, I would give this to you, but I'm attached
wonder-
to it.
That's entirely fair. I wonder if anybody else knows what time of night is it.
Almost 10 p.m.
I wonder if
Getting pretty
anybody
dark.
else knows about Dolor.
Get us
I want to see
around.
if anybody else is awake.
If anyone would like to try and check to see if they know more, they may. It would be an Arcana check.
I know absolutely that.
Faye's gonna give a check.
I mean, I could potentially roll better, but
Faye
like,
don't know shit.
I don't think
That's
Drost
good
would
bed.
canonically know much about it.
Yeah, Faye's heard of it, but doesn't know anything beyond just,
That
oh yeah,
should
that's
be-
one of the planes, right?
Mhm.
Karik, similarly, unfortunately, don't know much about this plane in particular. Milos, you know about as much as Leroy.
Actually, would Delore be part of, I don't know, Goliath lore, myth?
You're from the Demon Wastes,
Yep.
which, if I recall correctly, they deal more with the fiends that come from Kyber than they do from Delore.
Okay. Oh, I just meant from like where we go when we die kind of thing.
Oh, I mean, they're if they try to ask you about the realm of the dead, you'd probably have at least something to say about it. Yeah, you could try to roll for it.
All right, Arcana.
Even if your people would have a different name for it or something.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, you are aware that there is a realm of the dead out there, that, you know, souls go to when people die. You've heard stories specifically that Delure isn't the final destination for souls, but that's just the story your people tell. You're not sure if that compares to everyone else's thoughts on the matter.
Okay. Good enough for me.
Thank you all for trying. Do I know if I could try to contact other plane?
Mm-hmm.
Could I try to contact at Delore? Is that something I could do?
I don't see anything in the spell that indicates that. In fact, it seems to be very vague about the entity you contact.
Right.
So I think you're just kind of reaching out into just generally outside of the material plane and just seeing if you catch anything. It's like how us on Earth right now are trying to send out radio waves into space to reach out to just various aliens. Hello, can you hear us? Like, that's kind of what you're doing, but you're actually getting a response back from somebody.
I was gonna say, except I know it's gonna work every time.
Yeah.
Well, not always work well, but it works.
Right. Just depends on whether or not you can mentally deal with the strain.
Right. Well,
Speaking of, you get another headache just thinking about it. It spreads down your neck now into your shoulders. Now parts of your body are starting to get tense from it. And it lasts a little bit longer before passing.
well, Ebi, would you keep watch with me at least for some of the night? These are getting worse.
Yeah, but I can be here.
Right. This may not be a solvable problem in the short term.
All right. Does anyone else want to do anything before watch begins and you all turn in?
I'll probably just be customizing my new armor. Get some runic stuff on there. Get some clan symbols.
Clan with a K?
Chisel off all the other clan symbols.
Oh
Right.
no.
Yeah, those ones are the K. Yes. Get those off there, and then start putting your own like giant runes and stuff on there. That just a minor customization like that won't take you too long. Just the visual appearance of it, since it does shape itself to your body. Anyways, it's already the right size and shape for you. After you spend some time with it, you know, kind of letting it adjust to you, you're then able to get some laser tattoo removal and get some new stuff over it, and you know, it's all good.
Fun fact: the chest piece of my armor is taller than Eli.
Hey.
Does this mean that if you modified it, Eli could be like mecha suit in your chest piece?
Pretty
Oh
much.
my god. That is amazing.
That'd be hilarious.
All right. So Dross works on that for a few hours, I assume, which keeps a few of you up as he's hammering away in the lower deck of the ship. But
This motherfucker.
fortunately, thanks to your fire rune, you're able to produce enough heat to make that work. Not enough to do
Hell
any
yeah.
like crazy work, but enough to do just some minor cosmetic work.
Fuck yeah.
Giant magic, woo.
Does Milos think he can use the gloves to fabricate the platinum without a heat source?
The platinum. You want to fabricate platinum into what? Sorry, what is it? Platinum coins? Or I don't understand the
No,
context.
it's 100 gold pieces worth of platinum metal to make 2 50 gold piece rings on chains.
Yes, with fabricate you could accomplish that.
Great, Milos is going to do that.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
So after a bit of time spent with that spell and just magically shaping the metal, using your knowledge of smith's tools and just arcane power of the gloves, you are able to manufacture 2 platinum rings.
Beautiful.
Did I hear that Karik wanted to do something before y'all turned in? Or am I
Yeah.
mishearing?
No, Carrick will, before he goes to bed, Carrick will pull out his double-bladed scimitar, which he hasn't used in a while. And people who have been paying attention, it looks a little different than it did before. He's been doing some work on it, and he goes, this is as good a night as any to finish this project. And as he'll inscribe some of the giant runes that he learned from Drost into it, and they'll flash with blue light and then dim to like a subtle glow. It's done. And he will cast Remove Curse on himself as the tentacle whip removes itself from his arm.
Yeah, it sort of squirms out of your arm and leaves a wound behind on your arm, and then kind of rides on the floor for a bit before settling down.
It never really was my style. Good to have this thing back in my hands again as he grips and spins the scimitar around.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me.
Speaking of, does anyone want a tentacle whip?
Are you automatically proficient with it?
No, thank you.
It's a martial weapon. It's a whip, so
Gotcha. Then never mind.
I'm all good with my hammer.
Yeah, you do not gain proficiency with it.
I can't use it.
I mean, technically you could, thanks to Tasha's, but do you want to?
Oh yeah, I'd rather not have a curse item.
That's fair.
Good.
Yeah, luckily the curse wasn't too bad. All it was is that you can't really get rid of it unless you remove curse. But
Carrick
I
says,
think
looking at
I-
his 50 years shortened lifespan.
The massive fucking hole in his arm.
yeah, right.
Is this some sort of like joke that I'm supposed to get?
Oh,
yeah,
you weren't
curse is
here.
fine except for the giant tentacle in your arm.
Uh,
Oh no.
so we fought some witches,
Yeah.
and in their hut was a tentacle whip,
Mhm.
which I believe Carrick picked up and it slithered its way into his arm,
More or less.
and was an excellent weapon for the last while.
Yeah, I forgot that you never really knew where this giant tentacle in my arm came from.
I didn't even realize you had a giant tentacle in your arm. To be
Well, it
completely honest.
retracts. Yeah.
That's why Leroy's had remove curse prepared for the last like 30 sessions. Did not realize you could cast that yourself.
I literally just got it on this level up because I changed sub.
Oh. Oh, never mind. I have a new known spell availability.
You do.
Oh wait, that means rip patch.
Yes.
Yes.
Patch got left
Yeah, well,
behind
you left Patch
in the party
behind.
bus, and
Patch's pieces were reapplied to Carrick's upgraded double-bladed scimitar.
there you go.
Pieces of badges.
Patch lives
Really
on.
patch the scimitar together.
Exactly, if you will. And yeah, and he'll just pull out his little what is it called? Is it called a spell shard? Yeah, he'll pull out a spell shard and start kind of practicing some of his new spells that he's copied onto it.
All right.
Imagine needing an actual book as a wizard.
Leroy feels somewhat attacked.
Hey, your book saves lives, all right?
That's true.
Yeah, your book is better than my book.
All right. Anything else before watch begins?
And thus our watch begins.
And thus your watch begins. All right, so
Thus.
Eli and Leroy are, well, Eli is staying up with Leroy for the first watch at least.
Yeah.
To see the stars from up here, it's very pretty, and just to help Leroy in case he starts to fade from the constant pain, which does occasionally come back in waves throughout this first watch. Can you both make me a perception check?
Menopause is a bitch. Let's see. Oh, advantage, because I'm not working on anything right now.
That's right. You
Oh,
got
and a
that
shield.
shield. Very good. So it is a beautiful night, and from up here you can see a ton of the ground below.
Ooh.
Nothing seems to approach you. There's no other airships inbound, no flying creatures, nothing dangerous. But Leroy, you still feel paranoid. You feel this just weird feeling that something is wrong. And these, I mean, obviously there's pain that's reoccurring and getting stronger and longer each time. You feel like the problem's only getting worse, but you're not sure where it comes from. And that's obviously driving you a little on edge.
Yeah.
Put it lightly.
Leroy notices the paranoia and tries to think if he's ever smoked weed.
And then you feel static, but no pain.
Mm.
And through the static, you hear one word.
Eli, something bad is here. I immediately leap off the.
Oh wait, what do you mean? Hold on.
Something's here. Something's not good.
Before you can even make it below
yeah.
deck, Leroy, looking over the edge, and let's see, Clemens, were you down in your room, or were you
No,
up on deck still?
I just kind of sat on top of the deck.
Okay,
all
just
night.
fell asleep up there. Okay,
Yep.
fair enough. And Kark is in his hammock there. Leroy, as you stumble past Clemens and try to make your way over to Carrick, and you're waking everybody up, you hear a sound that is strange, and that it's almost more like all sound is suppressed. Like a strong wave of silence hits you. But you can tell the direction it's coming from, as if it's a very large wave of force that you can only hear, not feel. And you look in that direction, it's to the south of the ship. You see a point of light.
Telepathically screaming into Carrick's mind, "Rise, rise!"
And this point of light is on the ground far to the south, far, far away. You're surprised you can even see it from this distance. It looks like it's hundreds of miles away. But it just grows brighter, and then a shockwave approaches you. And all of you feel a terrible pain that tears through you as you all take 40 points of necrotic damage on the top of the ship specifically.
Would you say on the top or everyone?
Only the people on the surface of the ship. Those inside are protected.
A few moments before the impact, Drost will sit up in his bunk and say, "Something's here."
Yes. So the impact hits you all. You guys notice it. Those of you on top of the ship get hit with this wave of dark energy, and you look as that rocks you for a second. You look behind you at the ground, and you see the light spreading along the ground. It's not only increasing in an area along the ground, but also rising up into the air, like it's a bubble growing.
What color is it?
It is a pale blue-gray.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about this, but Storm Room makes it so I can't be surprised. So
Drost wakes up and then feels this impact. Yes.
yep, I get a tiny bit of warning.
Do I hear Dross say anything when he wakes up?
You
You
just hear
likely
him
would
say,
with your
he's something.
yes.
I'm asleep.
Nakarik, well, you're asleep, but both Nakarith and Milos have very high passive perception and are right next to Dross. So you would wake up from him stirring in his sleep.
Oh, oh fuck. Okay.
Good. And what this is.
You can roll Arcana to see if it's going to be an incredibly high DC.
Damn.
Unfortunately, this isn't something you recognize, but whatever it is, you were already feeling paranoid, and your patron just told you to run.
Yeah.
As soon as Carrick is awake, he will fly to the helm and just kind of look over the edge and just try and get them as far away from the light as he can.
Okay, so you're gonna start flying. You've had a little bit of rest, which will help you here, but you are not able to complete a long rest, so you're gonna start making some Constitution saves to try and maintain control of this vessel. But you manage to start driving for a good bit here. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the map, and as a note, you might have to zoom out a little bit. It is coming from very far to the southwest.
Somewhere inlands.
Somewhere southwest, not east. It's somewhere in Ondair.
Oh,
At this place. It's near Lake Galifar.
Where we came from.
I should mention that as soon as Drost feels this and wakes up, he's just going to start booking it upstairs, which would likely be very loud.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, play that way.
Like Eldritch Groves?
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Are we talking Eldritch Groves area?
It's somewhere in that area, but it's very hard to tell from this distance. Could be Gulch, could be Passage, could be Lake Galifar, could be the Eldritch Groves.
The Black Caps.
So it's just somewhere.
Somewhere in that
It's the
region.
Duskwood.
I'm
Those
just-
hags are back up and they're pissed.
Someone please contact SIO.
Yeah, and the problem, part of the problem here is it's a bubble that is growing rapidly, and it's not like a perfect sphere. It's kind of shapeless, so it's really hard to tell where the epicenter was when it started. But it's just kind of a blob of that area.
Right?
Very large. We're talking many miles, yeah, and it's growing rapidly as you're trying to fly away from it. But yes, it is down somewhere in this vague area here.
Holy shit.
And so you're going to make an hour's worth of progress without having to make a check because you had some rest. So you make it there. I'm assuming you're just heading. Well, you might go off your path, I suppose. Are you going to head along your continued path, or are you just going to head directly away from it?
Probably the smartest choice, I feel. You're not the one controlling. I'm not the one controlling it, but like, I feel like we should go this way, guys. I feel like we should go directly away from it.
Directly away from it.
Okay. So you're going to make a 30-mile beeline over the Grey Wood. Now, if you're going to continue from here, I'm going to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw.
After the first hour, does it still seem like it's approaching us, or is it like...
Yes, as you're driving for an hour, it is rapidly approaching. It's kind of
Eli?
strange. Sorry?
I was going to say, Eli notices that Carrick is like dozing off, and he's going to go upstairs and play some bardic inspiration music for him.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So you give Carrick your bardic inspiration.
Yes.
And those of you who are keeping watch, actually, those of you with very high past perception here, which would be Nikarith and Milos, who currently are not occupied with a task.
Oh, yeah.
Did you come to the top, Nikarith, or did you not?
Yeah, after the explosion.
Okay, fair enough. I kind of assumed everyone
would have followed Drost, but like several seconds behind because he's fucking sleepy.
Okay, well, you guys would notice after this whole thing, giving you a little bit of adrenaline, especially, and looking over this terrain, the shapeless mass starts to become not so shapeless at all, as it seems to be heading slightly more north than it is east. Like, it's not spreading out equally in all directions. You don't see it spreading much to the south, but again, I mean, it starts to kind of obscure your vision in that direction as it rises high into the air as well.
Yikes. I would point that out to everyone, that it seems to be going more north than east.
All right. And so that comes to the end of that hour, unless anyone else would want to perform other actions during this hour of travel that Kark has just bought you all.
Could I don't know if I can make any more checks about what it is, but could I try to figure out if this might be related to Belshalor?
I
understand.
I'm not sure what kind of check that would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
nothing about it sparks anything related to Belshalor in your mind, at least.
So it doesn't seem demonic or anything.
There's nothing you've heard about Belshalor that this seems to relate to.
Dope. Because Eric hasn't heard a lot of Belshalor, and continent-sized would be an awful thing to find out about him. No, I mean, you've heard Belshalor is yes, massive, but he is a demonic being whose form may or may not, like most of the major demonic beings, be a bit malleable in kind of just the form that they choose. This appears to be some sort of I mean, you can definitely tell it's magical in nature. It doesn't look like it's a form. It looks like it's some sort of rapidly glowing magical field. Anyways, anything else in that hour?
Would Milos think that it looked anything like the Mournlands? Or like, would he know about
comparing it to the Mournlands to the east? The Mournlands don't have such a like glow to them, but they are a large field of magical fog.
So like, he wouldn't have heard about the Mournlands being made like similar to that when they were created, I mean.
So Milos has experience in the area the Mournland originally was, but I don't think he was nearby when that happened. Right? I think we established that before.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
he wasn't. He was in Fairhaven.
Right. So I don't think he saw it with his eyes. But nothing about this necessarily sparks a recollection from Milos.
Okay.
And I think Leroy was around for the Moorland event.
You would have been there to witness it.
I think so, right?
So I mean, you would have had to have been either up in the air somewhere at the moment it happened, or somewhere very close to the border of the Moorland, or within it. I just don't know if we established that in anyone's backstory.
We didn't. We just said what I did. Basically, we didn't say like where I was. Let's say I was off on assignment somewhere.
Okay, fair enough.
During this, I would also likely get his armor on and, equip better once realizing there's no imminent danger.
Okay.
Yeah, Faye will just cast Mage Armor at the very least.
Okay.
So I have that active.
All right.
I'll just go back to sleep.
Karik, go ahead and make me that Constitution saving throw.
You got a D10 of inspiration in case you need it. Nah, you don't need it.
One
For
point
this-
of exhaustion.
Yeah, for this first hour, you seem to be holding up okay. You gonna keep pushing on? You've made it about to here. And after that hour, it has spread up to about here.
Yeah, we keep moving.
All right. Make another Constitution saving throw. How long does Bardic Inspiration
guide
last?
That is a
Ooh,
good question.
Son.
Looks like he doesn't need it for this time, but
Oh,
yeah,
man,
you
man.
you might have to be throwing one at him each of these saves anyways, because I think they only last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so expend 2 of those, assuming you would have given him a second one.
Yep.
All right, but it looks like he did really well anyways. So you're starting to really feel the strain here, Karik, as you're pushing much farther beyond your psychic limits than you're used to. But you're pushing through. The adrenaline is especially helping you here, as the very imminent, apparent danger is behind you, and you manage to make it another hour's progress to the northeast. You're now over the coast. You can see Stormhome to the north.
At this rate, can I tell if it's gaining on us or if I'm making distance between us and the...
It is definitely gaining on you.
Yeah, I gotta keep going.
All right. Another con save, and is this inspired as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my last inspiration, and as I do, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I can give you any more help.
No worries, this has been indispensable. Thank you, Eli. I'll just use it.
Okay.
You should probably just use it, just in case.
Yeah, if it expires anyways, you might as well use it, right? Yeah, and again, thanks to Eli's encouragement, you're pushing beyond your limits once again for the 3rd time in a row. And you managed to make it just over to here, a little farther north. But yes. And you're now a little bit farther over the ocean. The wave seems to be getting slower behind you, but it is almost caught up to you at this point. It's about here.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Do we keep pushing?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll do 1 more hour.
Okay. It is now almost 4 a.m. So you've been pushing all night.
Aww.
Unfortunately, you managed to make it halfway through that hour, and then Karik just passes out at the wheel, and the vessel comes to a very abrupt stop, and you all kind of stumble a bit as the vehicle comes to the stop so quickly. It's like the brakes are being slammed as hard as they can. But as you look back, it seems like the wave has stopped. And it has now settled into something familiar, but in a different color.
Whoa.
Hold
Familiar.
on for 1 second.
We about to get a map update.
We're about to get a map update of like Moorland 2.0. Just
Yeah.
map update. Oh,
Map
oh
update,
no!
boys.
Oh,
Oh, God.
fuck!
Yep. That's exactly what I thought was about to happen.
Wow, we fucked up. We took way too long.
Shit. Did
Yep.
we?
Oh, hey, Stormhome's gone too.
Did we fuck up? Oh,
I don't
well,
know
yeah.
if we fucked up.
If Stormhome's gone, then yeah, that's
We
a
fucked
whoopsie.
up.
It
Oh, yeah,
did.
we fucked up.
The wave is strange. It seemed to have passed over the water and then like a blob of it separated off and landed on Stormhome as well.
Yep. And we're not going to be able to get in.
That's weird how it only affected Ondair.
Yeah,
Well, it's
It is,
weird how
isn't
it
it?
only affected Seer beforehand.
That's correct. The
Yup.
original Moorland was exactly the borders of one country.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Yep. Guys, it's a battle royale.
No.
Wow,
Well,
we fucked
fuck.
up.
I guess we're not going to Fairhaven anytime soon.
Welcome to the next arc, everybody.
Oh my
No.
god.
One
going to
where
the
we
moon, boys.
fail.
Man, what a hook. That's good.
So this is a giant wall of fog now, a different color than the one that some of you may be familiar with. This one's a little bit darker and a little bit more
Hey.
blue and sickly.
Hey guys, good news. No one's gonna be coming after us for the airship.
Leroy, your headaches have ceased.
I think I might know why I was having those headaches.
Oh no.
They're gone now.
Does that. Oh.
Mila's just staring in the direction of Fairhaven, shocked.
I think we'll have a couple new questions for your entity there, Leroy.
I could believe that.
We should talk to Aseo and let him know right away.
I think Aseo
If-
stayed.
Oh, never mind. I didn't say that. I'm passed out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did Aseo get consumed? Oh, fuck. Passage is in there.
Yeah,
Passage is in
Aseo
there.
lives here.
Oh,
Yeah.
he could've saved.
Oh yes, he's probably fine, guys. He's fine.
That is notably.
As a note, you guys have heard of people escaping the Moorland or having expeditions in there and returning.
Yeah, like Balthazar.
Like
the
Balthazar.
dragon.
You met a halfling who was as tall as a normal man, who claims to have walked through the Moorland and been mutated that way. Things like that.
Oh,
So it's
God.
not it's not necessarily a death sentence, but it is deadly.
I am also aware of at least some roaming Warforged.
Correct.
This is seriously.
I thought my continent was bad. This one's worse.
This place is a shit show.
How do you know
Man,
it's not
that
happening
is-
to your continent, huh?
That is just shit.
I mean, my continent is just being overrun by an evil invading force of dream demons.
Well, okay, we all have our problems.
This is
This
giving.
one's just carving itself up, country by country.
Yeah, right.
All right, so we should probably talk to Aseo and potentially. He might be alive. I'm just saying, shoot a shot, see if he's there.
We will get to that next time.
Oh,
Because
damn.
it is 9 p.m.
Sorry, 9 p.m.
Thank you for running.
Sure thing.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
I
playing.
believe we
Thank
took way
you.
too fucking long.
Holy shit.
In the rain. Holy shit, we fucked up so bad.
I don't know if this was player error, but it's fucking horrifying.
I
part
mean,
of
what
the
if
plan,
it wasn't
baby.
player error and we were just destined to fucking
Could just be
never
a
make
spot
it
bug.
stone
You
All
know,
cold?
part of the
I
plan.
feel like
Was this
Jordan's the kind of person who includes fail states, and one of the fail states was we took too fucking long.
well? I'll give you a question. Was this your destination, or have you diverged from the path?
Hmm.
Mm.
Wah.
Roll credits.
Oh my god.
Jordan.
Yes.
This gives me like serious vibes of like the Pale.
Yep.
The pale.
Well, this
I know
sucks,
what
'cause
that's
the
from,
only-
but I can't remember.
The two closest fucking countries is country of fucking Nazis and country of fucking dead people.
What?
On the pale.
I think he's talking about
Yeah.
I'm talking
Disco
about
Elysium.
Disco Elysium.
Right, a little bit.
Oh, Disco. Alright, I would know that. Never mind then.
I wouldn't even have been mad to like,
I'm a bum.
like, oh, that whole arc we just
Yeah,
did, it's a waste because the nation got wiped out. I mean, fucking good riddance.
Yeah. What
Just
what
the
if
other
you guys
nation.
moved the border of Ondair successfully and then it got consumed?
Oh my god.
Yeah, hey,
we
at least
were there.
the party bus is okay.
Sure. Your Titans and party bus are safe.
I was
Relative.
actually
Alright.
That conversation was in
Good night,
character.
guys. Good
They would
night.
jump off the boat.
Good night.
and then I realized it's